Y'all bored?
Hey guys, how you doing today? I'm gonna go over this little article here. And you know, in case you're wondering, this is Serpentor's Lair, and I vaguely remember this one from way back. I had to look and go, oh yeah. And basically, this was an old site I remember vaguely, and they had a forum, and I don't remember much about the forum. It wasn't very active. This was in message board days, and you know, that all fizzled out. I don't even know. Might still have a login to the forum for all I freaking know. But in case you don't know, this is this guy who Serpentor's Lair also posted this one. A toxic JoJo Facebook community called out by the Island Viper. It was not a Facebook community. It was one YouTuber who made a Facebook post. They couldn't even get it partway right, which this one doesn't either, really. But this is a lot more interesting. When collecting takes over, how action figure collectors tie their self-worth to their hobby. Really? So, I'm just going to read through it, and I will pause and give my thoughts. Has your hobby of collecting action figures become more than just a hobby? No. Action figure collecting is a rewarding and nostalgic hobby. Well, there I already have an issue. I'm not nostalgic. I mean, okay, I might buy one or two things for nostalgia, like Alf. Okay, you know, I like Alf. I thought it was a cool idea to have an Alf figure, but, you know, nostalgia, I mean, oh shit, they'll knock everything over. I did not buy this Daredevil for nostalgia. I mean, I hated that storyline, and it's not that old. I thought Wolverine was funny, so I bought him. No nostalgia, it's not. It was just a couple of years ago. I have no nostalgia for Action Force. None. It's my favorite line. You know, I get that a lot of people are doing this for nostalgia because they got middle-aged and started getting depressed. Fine. But, you know, it's not what I do it for. So, already I have issues, but let us move on. Bringing joy to enthusiasts. I hate that word. Enthusiasts. Hi guys, I'm an action figure enthusiast who relive childhood memories and to appreciate the craftsmanship of their favorite figures. But for some, what starts out as fun pastime turns into something more consuming. Dun dun dun! An obsession that dictates their self-worth and identity. It's part of my identity, community. I should clip that in, shouldn't I? I'll try to find it. I probably won't. I probably won't find it. The world of action figure collecting has evolved from casual toy hunts to highly competitive and socially driven arena where status among the community often feels as important as the collection itself. For many collectors, self-esteem becomes tied to the quality, rarity, and perceived value of their figures. If they don't own the latest exclusives or the rarest grails, they feel inadequate. Compensating? This unhealthy dynamic is further amplified by social media where collectors measure their worth. This is a, you know, when the army building really started ramping up, and I think it was first time I really saw anything was around 2004. I remember calling it a dick waving contest. Yeah, but it has to measure their worth through their likes, followers, and engagement. Okay. There's elements of this that are kind of true. I think a lot of guys want to be the bigger channel, get the bigger audience, and so they spend extra money to get it quicker. I think that's stupid. So it doesn't, I don't fall into that philosophy, but it's almost like they're saying, oh, not only is that stupid, it's unhealthy because now your self-worth is tied to your views. And I know people do that. Okay, I'm going to cut this in because I forgot to say it in the main one. And I thought it was funny, and I really need to point it out because it's just funny. I think it's real funny how this is like, are you too obsessive? Are you putting too much of your self-worth in, the engagement in the hobby when, you're getting likes and clicks for getting the newest thing or whatever. And then, over here, order here. I thought that was so hilarious. And I just have to point it out. Maybe you're part of the problem. Let's move on. When collecting becomes identity. My identity. At its core, collecting should be a fulfilling hobby. Should it? I mean, it's just getting stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd use fulfilling as the right term. I mean, happy, gratifying? Not fulfilling. My marriage is fulfilling. My child is fulfilling. My toys are not. I mean, they're gratifying. They make me happy, but they're not fulfilling. Something that brings happiness without stress or pressure. Bullshit. Get some couple of things from Hasbro. Get that unexpected bendy weapon or those gummy joints from the Marvel Legends. I mean, shit. That'll piss you off. That's yeah. Bullshit quality control. However, many collectors define themselves by their collection's quality. The pursuit of exclusivity and rare pieces can lead to financial strains, anxiety, and interpersonal conflicts. Doesn't bother me a bit. I mean, I get frustrated when things get exclusive and then they can't be found. That's frustrating because, it's not that, it's just that I want the damn thing. It's not that I'm looking for that exclusivity. I mean, that kind of FOMO did drive Once a Man Cobra Commander. It did. And it was built in and baked in. It was like, I didn't want it till it was selling out. Dr. John Gruhl, a psychologist and founder of Psych Central, notes, when a hobby starts to interfere with your daily life, causing distress, financial problems, negatively impacting relationships, it's no longer just a hobby, it's an obsession. That's one of the most obvious statements ever in history that anybody, and I assume the doctor means PhD. I mean, I would hope. But, yeah, that's the most obvious one anyone can get. Many collectors, particularly the era of social media, find themselves chasing validation rather than enjoyment. Are they? I mean, I'm trying to think. I see YouTubers grabbing things to build up, but I don't think I don't know. Well, that's a tough one. Because, I do see those guys that are like going, oh, look at this, I got this. Or look at this, I got that. Yeah, I've seen that. So maybe. Hard for me to relate to. Instead of collecting for personal satisfaction, they strive to impress peers, gain recognition, feel superior within the action figure community. Their self-esteem is no longer rooted in their passions, but how others perceive them. Well, we've seen plenty of examples of that. You know, hey guys, I have 800,000 subscribers, or I have 800 figures, or, you know, I don't know how many figures I have. I really don't. I lost count a long time back. But, yeah, I mean, we see that. But, you know, it's what I don't like about this article is it makes it sound like the norm rather than the exception. Platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok have turned action figure collecting into a competitive sport. Influence within the toy community often define their successes on how many of their views their unboxing videos get or how many followers they amass. And son, you know, you go pick on the Funko Pops. The dopamine hit from online engagement can be addictive. So can the dopamine hit of a new toy, man. Dopamine comes in many different forms, and yeah, that can be addictive. Reinforcing the idea that their worth is tied to external approval rather than personal enjoyment. Or their happiness is tied to opening up new shit. Grabbing stuff for stuff. Clinical psychiatrist Dr. Lauren Cook warns about the impact of social media on self-esteem. When people tie their sense of self-worth to metrics of likes and shares, they're putting their confidence in something external and unpredictable. This creates a constant cycle of validation seeking, which can be detrimental to mental health. Broad stroke of social media there. Does it exist? Of course it does. Does it exist in the toy community? Probably. I think I cited a couple of examples already. Is it the most common thing? Because that's the thing. This guy's, you know, he said that action figure has turned action figure collecting into a competitive sport. Is it? I mean, I argue no. But for collectors, this means the thrill of a new purchase isn't about personal fulfillment, about how much engagement it will generate online. If the post doesn't perform well, some collectors feel inadequate, leading to compulsive spending, anxiety, and depression. I think every one of us that do this YouTube shit will freely admit, yeah, we'd like to get more engagement. Not because, you know, it's a self-esteem thing, but because, you know, we want to share our joys of collecting. You know, those are the people I enjoy, is the people who just enjoy fucking collecting, man. This is so, this reminds me of some things. But again, I mean, are there people like this in online? Yeah, I would say yeah, absolutely. I could see it. Is it the norm? I don't think so. Maybe in some corners. Maybe some of that toxic G.I. Joe community people talk about. Maybe that is what's going on. When a hobby becomes an unhealthy obsession. Obsession. You're my obsession. Sorry, I won't sing. So how do you know if collecting has become a problem? Ask yourself. Okay, let's ask the questions. Do I feel anxious or depressed if I miss out on a figure? No. I've gotten upset about missing out on a figure. Zorana in the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, when they did her in a punk and then in her Dreadnought outfit with the pink shirt, I always argued that should have been a regular release. That was a main character that needed to, because San Diego Comic-Con stuff was tight, and you had to be the suck up to get them. Same thing with Jinx, her red outfit. I was so angry. So angry her red outfit wasn't a regular release. And people tried to shut me up on that one and say, oh, it's okay, you got the yellow one. I fucking hate the yellow one. I have the yellow one and I fucking hate it. I wanted the red. Oh, I got so mad about that. But now, I mean, am I depressed I missed the figure? No. I'm upset that Hasbro put it in that position to where no one could get it. Flashbacks of it with Death's Head. I'm so glad I got Death's Head. Now, Death's Head was a big one too. I'm so glad that wasn't an exclusive like I thought it was, and that I was able to get it. Do I overspend to keep up with collectors on social media? No. I don't give a shit what people collect. Have I ever spent more for a figure than I should have? Yeah. He's not around here, but Diamond Dallas Page. That sucker's going for $40 on the secondary market because he's so hard to find. 45, I'm sorry. I did get him for 32. So, I do feel like I spent a little bit more than I should have on that one. I also felt like I was not going to get as good a deal ever again. I got Monday Night War Nash for 30. So yeah, I mean, anytime I spend over retail price, I feel like I've overspent. But, you know. Where is it? I had him here. Oh, here he is. I had him here for this question because it's like, this bad boy. I feel like I've overspent a little, but I really like him. Really like him. I mean, he's cool. Memory Toys, in case you don't recognize him. I'll have a video on him soon, but I mean, you know, he's a little overpriced to begin with. So, I mean, you know, and I'm talking to regular retail. Okay. Do I feel like my collection defines my worth and status? No. Yeah, that's a stupid question. Am I collecting for personal joy? Or just likes and validation? Again, you ask me point blank, do I want more likes and more views? Yeah. Validation, I validate myself. I don't need you to validate me. Do I feel the need to constantly buy more to stay relevant in the community? No. Never. Never, ever, ever. One of the things I like about, I don't like, first off, I don't like the word community. But what I like most about this fellowship, we all got different tastes and we all grab different shit. Yeah. I mean, it eliminates any kind of, most kinds of relevance in the community, as they call it. If the answer to any of these is yes, it may be time to reevaluate your relationship with collecting. Relationship with collecting. I want to get a little more serious and, get naked with my collecting. Oh, God, did I say that? Yeah, anyway. Reclaiming the joy of collecting, because it's just this easy, guys. It's just this easy. If you are like that, if you are obsessive to the point of insanity, you just don't have to be. This is the part that kind of cracked up about. Was like, these are the easy steps to get yourself unobsessed. Collecting should be about passion, not pressure. To maintain a healthy mindset, try these steps. Collect for yourself. Buy what you love, not what you think will impress others. Duh. Limit social media exposure. Well, we all probably should do that shit. Take breaks from the competitive world of online collecting. Is the world, and again, I'm not in many Facebook groups or anything. I don't see a lot of competing in the few I'm in. I see a lot of assholes in some I've been in, and that's why I left. Set boundaries. Establish a budget and stick to it. Well, prices would even out. on everything else, we might be able to do that. But right now, it's like, what do I got? Recognize validation-seeking behaviors. Be honest with yourself about why you're collecting. Prioritize mental well-being. Seek support in collecting and causing stress and financial hardship. At the end of the day, action figure collecting should bring happiness, not anxiety. Wait, isn't there a channel called Toy Anxiety? We know what you're about. It's time to shift the focus back on what matters. Your own enjoyment. Rather than letting social media and community status dictate your self-worth. People who do, are there people who do that? Yeah, I'm sure there is. So, do I know any of them? No. And, no writing credit, no picture credit. We have no idea who this guy is. Maybe it's AI. It looks like he has 6 fingers. I don't know. So, there was a couple of kernels in this that were pretty good. I know there are people who do the self-worth thing. I know there are people who get obsessive, but it's more about their YouTube channels than it is about, status. I'm sure maybe status comes into that, but it's more about the YouTube channel. And, fine, okay, whatever. And some people will go and suck up to the Hasbro to get that kind of easy access. So, yeah, I see it. I see it in some levels, but in a way this picture was painted, it's almost too broad to me. It's almost like, oh, this is the way everybody acts. The competitive world of online collecting. Everybody is trying to outdo everybody. Is there a dick waving contest going on? Yeah, there is. But is it to the point this is describing it? I don't think so. I could be wrong. I think there's a lot more level-headed people than that. I mean, I see people jokingly flex. For some people, me showing this was flexing. I just got him 2 days ago and I like him. I'm wanting to do a video on him. He's cool. That axe. This is awesome, man. So, some people could see that as flexing, and I'm just saying, it's a fucking awesome figure. I just know something weird about it. I'll point that out in the video. If I remember to. Anyway, kind of just wanted to go over this article because, like I said, some very broad strokes are painted there. Some I think have some validity. Some I think maybe they're painting too broad a stroke. Just my opinion. I know this is not me. Have I known people like this? I would say yes. 1 or 2. Do I know them well enough to know that is exactly what they think? No. But I can see that coming out of them. Anyway, just thought I'd go over it and take a look. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, because I need your engagement. All right, guys, take care.